So as per your perspective, who will be the top 5? Amal ने आवेश को बोला था that we give you 20 lakh rupees work and he goes personal sometimes. So do you think is it correct to go personal? कहा जा रहा है कि तान्या is sharing the fake stories.
जैसे वो मेरा बिस्किट है लंदन से आता है.
She is just over saying the things, overdoing the things, and she is talking about her royalty, her stuff, and people are literally saying that it's all negative. It's not true whatever she's saying. So आपका क्या point of view है इसके बारे में?
Two different Tanyas. And I feel like I can speak about Tanya that I met personally in a Bigg Boss house. If Tanya would go out and say, that was all acting.
Kunika ma'am after that started, targeting Tanya and saying that your parvarish is not good.
I don't know why would you say that. And that was really wrong in every possible way.
So can you name the 2 people who really supported you in the Bigg Boss house?
I grew very close with Baseer. He was very supportive when Abhishek was talking about why he should become a captain. Again, he dragged situations with Mridul and he said Natalia didn't support him, and Mridul didn't say nothing. He's a nice guy. But that one situation when he as a friend didn't came and say the words and Mridul also didn't came to me kind of made me question who is actually there for me.
What's your perspective regarding Ave's eviction? Because he has a lot of fan following outside, a lot of followers.
Some people in the show are just targeting easy targets. So they basically will do fights only with people that they feel that they can handle. It looks more like chai banao sabka pina, People will make fun of it rather than seeing her as a fighter.
Salman Khan sir mentioned a lot of time that Mridul is not seen in the game much. There's one thing everyone asks always, that is Bigg Boss is scripted? हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ ऋषिका पॉडकास्ट, जहाँ पर आप पॉडकास्ट सुनते ही नहीं उसे महसूस भी करते हैं। आज हमारे साथ हैं एक बहुत ही खास मेहमान जिनको आपने बिग बॉस के घर में ज़रूर देखा होगा, कभी मृदुल के साथ और कभी बसीर के साथ। सो एवरीवन, आज हम बहुत सारी चाय आप सभी के साथ लेकर आए हैं, बिग बॉस के घर की चाय। चाय बनाओ, सबको पिलाओ। तो आज हमारे साथ हैं वेरी फेमस, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल नतालिया विद अस। हेलो नतालिया।
नमस्कार, कैसे हैं?
बिल्कुल बढ़िया, वेलकम टू जयपुर।
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be back to Jaipur.
So how are you feeling today?
Amazing. I'm very happy for this podcast. It's my first one after doing Bigg Boss.
So are you ready to spill some tea about Bigg Boss?
Yes, where is the chai? Oh, there is a chai. Like in the Bigg Boss house.
Yes, so we have
Just
chai here.
chai banao and sabko pina.
It's good?
Bahut acha.
Okay. So with this chai, we are going to spill tea about Bigg Boss.
Chala.
So first of all, we'll start with a fun quiz game in which you have to name the contestant with the one word about their gameplay.
Oh gosh, okay.
Okay, so I'll just name the contestant and you have to tell in one word their gameplay.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all is our wild card, Shehbaz.
Shabazz. Comedy.
Comedy, yeah. Okay, Nehal.
I would say Volcano. Because she's like Volcano. You never know when she gonna,
Last.
Yes, I would say that.
Okay, Volcano. Okay, Amal.
Amal, I would say his strategy is being pop star and singing songs to Tanya.
And of course, Mridul.
Mridul, Merijan. Mridul is... His game is bahut acha, I would say,
Okay.
He's bahut acha. I think word bahut acha is Mridul,
Okay.
And his game is being acha. He's not playing dirty. He's trying to be himself. And it's very hard in Bigg Boss house.
Okay. Tanya.
Tanya. Oh, royalty.
Royalty.
Yeah.
Okay, Baseer.
Baseer. Leader. He acts like a leader. Sometimes he's getting lost, but still him and Abhishek is like they have this leader power.
Konika ji.
Konika ji is Mama ji.
Mama ji.
And that's her strategy. She's like mom in a Bigg Boss house. And I had a lot of respect for her.
Okay, one last is Farhana.
Farhana is same like Neil. She's also a volcano. They both have this kind of energy that it takes one bad word and they're on you. So you don't want that. Like, I wouldn't like to be, in the situation.
So, abhi Natalia, recently, people are making very love scenes in Bigg Boss, and we have some hashtags like we have Abhinur and we have Bahana. So, what's your perspective about these things? Are these relations are being made for the show or just in real?
It's hard to judge from my point of view because I'm not in their shoes. So I don't really know what's in their head. From my perspective, it's not easy to build genuine things in a Bigg Boss house because it's like a bubble. It's not real life. There's a lot of tension. You're like with these people 24 hours and people are getting lonely. So they also are searching for someone to be around. But is it strong enough to be there after the show? That's the question. And I think the answer to your question will came after the show. I feel like Abhishek and Ashnor, they're from beginning very good friends. They're supporting each other. Some people are trying to romanticize, trying to find there some love angle. There is quite a gap between them. I know Ashnor never been in serious relationship. So I wouldn't go that way. I would rather say they're really good friends and they're supporting each other and that's visible in the show. Baseer and Farhana, Bahana. I love this hashtag, Bahana. It sounds exotic, like Bahamas, It gives me that.
True.
They have this love-hate relationship, like Tom and Jerry. But they both said in the show that they are doing it for the game. But still people are shipping it and let them. Why not? Like, if people love that, let them, So I think they're playing accordingly. They were told that the Bahana is there and it's trending. So I think they're also smart into it and they're just playing along. What else was there? Just some more hashtags?
Tanya and Amal.
This one, I didn't notice this one in the house. I thought that Amal is mostly sleeping. When I left the house, I saw that he's actually a lot there and he's very visible. This is a very interesting mix, We have a singer, a star, pop star, and this elegant lady. And that looks like out from a movie, but they are also very different. I don't know what's there, but it's very interesting.
Okay, so right now we're talking about Amal. So in the show, Amal ne Aves ko bola tha that we give you 20 lakh rupees work, and he goes personal sometimes, Amal, in the Bigg Boss house. So do you think is it correct to go personal, being aggressive and showing?
Well, I already said that in a situation where Aves' private life was dragging out, that I believe everything in Bigg Boss house should be about Bigg Boss house. And I find it quite dirty move to bring out personal issues from outside because everybody had some story. So if everybody will start doing that, then people will focus on personal life of people inside the house instead of what's going on inside. So that will spoil all the idea of being in a Bigg Boss house and being in a bubble. Obviously, people, when they're triggered or emotions are saying different things. So that happens. But I wouldn't dig in.
Okay, so if we talk about Tanya Mittal, so basically kaha ja raha hai ki Tanya is sharing the fake stories and she is just over saying the things, overdoing the things, and she's talking about her royalty, her stuff, and people are literally saying that it's all negative, it's not true whatever she's saying. So आपका क्या point of view है इसके बारे में? What's your point?
First of all, मुझे लगता है कि you look like royalty today. Hey, thank you. I believe we have, or I've met two different Tanyas. And I feel like I can speak about Tanya that I met personally in a Bigg Boss house. I had no idea who is who when I entered the house. Honestly, I was judging those people based on how they treat me, how they treat others, and how they are in the house. Tanya was really sweet girl. She was very supportive, and she's also very sensitive and emotional. And I liked her as a person. Wherever she's saying, I would judge that when she's out. Like I always say, like, let them show us, Like I don't buy words. That was years back. Now I'm checking the action. So we had the words. Now when Tanya will be out, I hope she will invite me so I can have a tea with her and Taj Mahal garden, or finally I can try baklava. So I'm looking at it like with that funny pattern. You know what would be the craziest thing? If Tanya would go out and say, that was all acting.
Oh,
I scripted it. And I had so much fun, people. Imagine that. People are talking about it for days, for months. And then she's coming like, I got you. Imagine. That would be awesome. I don't know. Like I spoke with Tanya and I told her, some people might see you in a negative way because of you telling openly about what you have and your experiences and all. So maybe you would consider just not telling that much about your private life. But she told me that she wants to be herself. And kudos to her, because she's the queen of content in the Bigg Boss house. Everybody are asking about Tanya. Everybody are talking about Tanya. So I feel like this is very successful idea. And I think she's doing really good. Love her or hate her, but you can't deny her.
exactly. So about this, we have one incident happen in which Weekend Kawar, Kunika's son, came up and he motivated Kunika ma'am. But Kunika ma'am after that started targeting Tanya and saying that your parvarish is not good and your mother didn't told you to cook food.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there.
So what is your perspective for that thing? Do you think Kunika ma'am is saying it intentionally or to hurt her?
I was in chopping team. So I was basically there when kitchen drama was there. Everything about cooking, I was in the center of the drama. So this one started around the breakfast time, and I thought it's a joke. I had no idea it would escalate that much. You see, Kunika G, she's a very strong, opinionated person. And wherever she thinks, you can't change her mind, It's no point fighting. So I'm basically having that respect to her because she's been through way more in life than me. And I'm just, accepting whatever she's saying, like, okay, if I agree or not, that's my thing. But, it's like, she thinks this way, let her think this way. I stopped trying to convince people that something is wrong or not wrong. Because people need to find it out themselves. You can question them. But it's no point for me in this way to fight her. They have also this kind of love-hate relationship. One day they're supporting each other. Then they argue. Then again they love each other. They love each other. They will argue, then they will cook together. Well, this show itself is heavy for mental health. And kitchen duty is not easy. There are just few people who actually cook. And the rest just demand, so I have a lot of respect to all these people who actually cook there. If they're going to be out of the house, I don't know what's going to happen. In this situation, I would say like, we can't judge people based on if they can cook or not, Otherwise, I would feel like if people who can cook are the failure, then most of us are failure. So then people who are working in the kitchen are surviving and the rest of us is not. That's not how the world works. And in the worst case scenario, you will always learn how to do eggs or omelette or something basic. So I guess if you need to learn, you will learn. But some of us just don't need to. And I guess that's this simple.
Okay, Natalia. Okay, now let's talk about Nehal. And there's one incident happened. You were in the house only. So she was just making poha and Neelam was not well at that time. So Tanya asked from the Nehal about the poha. So Nehal literally shouted on Tanya कि आपके मुंह से बदबू आ रही है, this kind of stuff. So do you think this is literally correct to speak someone like this?
With this, I was shocked, and I actually questioned few people because I was not there. If that really happened, because I couldn't imagine saying something like that to anyone. It shouldn't happen. Like, I don't know why would you say that? And there are cameras everywhere. People gonna see that. Your mom, your family, friends, everybody watch you and what you do, and possibly people who will give you job later. So that was really wrong in every possible way.
But we have always seen that people say that Nehal tried to play that victim card thing, woman card thing, and she's always talks about feminism. When Amal also touched her in a task, so she made it a big issue. So do you think Nehal does that always?
I feel like woman card shouldn't happen at all in this show. It's very convenient to use this card. If you don't know what to use, you're putting this woman card. What if men will start using men card? And sometimes the thing that are going opposite, like if you try to switch it from men to women, from women to men, so it looks like for some people, doing that to the women will be okay, and doing that to the men will be not okay, and opposite. Well, if you're going into the show like this, whereas guys and girls together, you can't expect to play by this kind of rules, For me, it's more like a sport. And I was also, dragged there. I fall from the chair. I could do drama, But I was like, that's not a big deal, And it was part of the game, If you would do that to me regularly, like if I sit now and you will push me away, then I can make some, issue with that. And actually that time Amal was playing very good and there was nothing to say about this game. Even I came to him and I said like, it's not about you. And that time there was different situation about bringing out some personal trauma. That didn't even, stick to each other. It didn't make sense, If you want to tell your story, don't use the situation and especially someone else, because imagine the person, how they will be seen outside and what kind of, pressure you put on them. And I felt for Amal, that moment, that shouldn't happen. And actually, the smart move were done by the second team, because at the first they want Tanya to go. And they switched because they saw that Baseer is going. So they switched for Abhishek. We could do that the same in this group. But Nihal said, I want to go against Amal. And that's how it ended.
So same thing, in one task Farhana did when Abhishek pulled up Farhana unintentionally, and Farhana made it a big issue, like why you just pulled me up in the task and everything happened. So do you think Nehal and Farhana working in a same way in the house?
First, Nihal came to me and asked me, why are you not making an issue? He basically threw you out from the chair. And I was like, I don't see an issue because it was a game.
True.
I fall, but I'm okay. And then I know she spoke with Farhana. And then sometime later, Farhana did the issue. And that was looking for me very weird. Like first Nihal is coming to me, then she's coming to Farhana. And I'm saying no, but she is more, So I felt like, are she trying to push someone else into, doing some issue so she can also speak up? I don't understand that. What was weird for me, why would you raise the topic few hours later? why that wasn't an issue when it happened. You actually were laughing there.
Exactly.
So, and they said she was shocked. It's not a car accident, he just pulled you up. So, but I couldn't judge that because, I'm from different religion. I have different culture. So something that is okay for me might not be okay for someone else.
True.
So I was not taking part in this drama just because I had no idea if it's right or wrong, From my point of view, that was no point. And that was no need. And Abhishek actually came and he really tried to say sorry. What more he can do, And I also felt for him because he was all the time pushed for situations with girls all the time. But on the other hand, I don't know how the second person feels. So I can guess.
So can you name the two people who really supported you in the Bigg Boss house?
Okay. To be honest, I've got support from almost everyone. Like I've been on good terms with everyone. Like for example, with Gaurav, we had our conversations about strategy. He was asking me, did you make your counting? Are you on the good side? I loved it. We were like teasing each other and he entered with me. So it was this kind of, energy like we're getting into the show together. So we're like mates. And even that I was between the groups, I didn't want to be either in this group or either in this group. I still was having connections with all of them. I grew very close with Baseer. He was very supportive. He actually were trying to navigate me and give me tips. Like he was, basically trying to push me more to be more open, loud. He was like, you need to stand up for yourself. And it was right, like I know he wanted to help me. And also we had that safe, I would say, there was that safe space that we were discussing things out of the house, so we could forget for a minute about all the drama inside the Bigg Boss house. And that was very light and that was very natural and we become friends. So for sure that was one person that was like really supportive. Who was there?
And you're gonna not speak out Mridul, anything?
I mean, Mridul and I become close. And that's very different from the friendship with Baseer. Because with Baseer, we spoke a lot. With Mridul, we didn't spoke much because Mridul had issue with English and मैं थोड़ी सी हिंदी बोलती हूँ. So it was very hard to understand each other, but also that made it very funny. So with Mridul, it was more about fun, jokes, more action, some dancing, some jokes, Babu and Ranamji and everything, and it was very sweet. But then when I needed support, he was not there.
Exactly.
When I lost my bed, he stood next to Abhishek, and that was Baseer who came to help me. So the actions were different. And then I was also questioned why I'm not supporting Mridul. When he got hurt, So Amal and Abhishek were saying that I was not there. But on videos, it's very clear that I was there all the time. I was even shouted and from Abhishek when Mridul was inside doctor's place. So it was very hurtful because like, why are you saying that? Are you trying to like give him some different narration? Like why? And that's something that kind of pushed us away because he grew very close with Abhishek and I couldn't understand why they would try to tell that I was not there for him, that I'm not supporting him. And I was like, but where is support for me? So some people were questioning why there was a moment when we were like apart. That was the reason, like, because if you're there for me when it's fun and it's cute and sweet, but you're not there for me when I actually have problem, what kind of friendship it is? But obviously I really like Mridul and he was like kind of my, I would say, I had that soft corner for Mridul because it was very light and funny. He was giving me that fun time in the house, and that was really much needed. So obviously, he's a second very close person to me. But about having, support, that was the thing that growed as a part. And people couldn't understand why I didn't vote for him at the captaincy task. Because people were saying, like they were kind of saying that it's my fault that he was not a captain. He still was missing one more vote, that would be a tie. So also Nilam didn't vote for him and other people, but somehow I was targeted. What people didn't saw was that when Abhishek was talking about why he should become a captain, again, he dragged situations with Mridul, and he said Natalia didn't support him, and Mridul didn't say nothing. And it hurt me that time. I was like, I was there, I was there, and you're not speaking up for me, and he is basically abusing me. So I had that feeling that it wouldn't be Mridul as a captain, but it would be Abhishek through Mridul. And because I was so hurt that moment, I gave my vote to Amol. But if that would be that one chance to change my mind, I would give it to Mridul, because I had no idea it's so important for him. And I had that conversation with him right after assembly room. I said, I was really torn apart. I actually was sad because I was really in the situation. But I told him, I want you to understand why I did this way. And I know you feel that that is not true, that you have your own mind. But I felt like you were influenced. All week you spent with them. I was alone. You never came to me, And you knew that I'm staying away because of the situation with the bed. Because I like Abhishek, he's a nice guy. But that one situation when he as a friend didn't came and say the words, and Mridul also didn't came to me, kind of made me question who is actually there for me, And that was the moment when I said that I should actually stood up for myself. And I don't want to be seen through who I'm spending my time with, but who I am as a person, And that was something that was missing. I lost myself somehow, trying to please everyone around and kind of live to expectations of other people.
So, Natalia, people literally said that because you are 90% seen with Mridul in the show. So, do you think your individual self got hidden because of Mridul? Your game plan got disturbed or something like this?
It's what is funny. That what was 90% of me being seen with Mridul. Inside of the house was maybe 5 to 10%. It was just built up outside. So our point of view inside of the house is very much different from what people see outside. From my point of view, I spent hours talking with Baseer, and I had that small fun moments with Mridul. Outside, people never saw me speaking with Baseer, but they saw me all the time with Mridul.
Yeah.
Also, some people were accusing me that I'm close to Mridul. First of all, because he have many fans. And secondly, because, I'm playing smart game. But I wasn't the one who came to Mridul. It was Mridul who came to me. And he kind of started making this kind of, fun pokes about being Mabu and, and all. And I played along because it was so sweet, so fun, And so I felt quite hurt, why would people say that, I wasn't the one starting it and all. And secondly, I had no idea who is he. But he was nice to me. And he was fun talking. And he was funny. And I liked it. And that's basically how it was. I didn't have any game plan in my head. I just decided to, enjoy the show. Go with the flow.
Yeah. So if we talk about Baseer, you said you had a lot of conversations with Baseer. So are you feeling for him something?
We become friends. I hope we become friends. It was just 3 weeks. So what can you build in 3 weeks? You might get to know someone a bit. But again, how much of it was honest? How much was of the game? I have no idea. I might answer the question if he will be out and we will meet each other, or if we become friends or not. I would love to actually be friends with everyone, you know. I really like these people. And I don't have many friends in India, so I would love to be in touch with everyone, I believe, you know. Like I think I can say that we become friends and we had a lot of fun and we like enjoyed our own like I would say presence. But who knows what's gonna happen? Like he's gonna stay there. I believe he will stay there for a long, long time till the final. And who knows? Maybe Bahana will work out. You know, we are now laughing that this kind of love-hate relationship, but who knows? Like what's gonna happen later? There are different angles. There is Nihal. There is Farhana. Maybe somebody else will come. Like everything can happen, and also most of these relationships in the TV shows are ending when the TV shows are ending.
True.
So that's why I'm saying, like, if you want to see the true colors of people and actually who they are, you need to spend time with them beside the camera, you know.
So basically, you know, Baseer always, he himself said that he always had a connection in a show, always had a girlfriend. In every show he has been like Splitsvilla, Roadies, whatever.
Yeah.
And now in Bigg Boss also he approached you somewhere, I guess. So what do you think? Is it natural or something else happening?
You know, our conversation started from all the different topics. He actually needed to kind of explain himself to me, you know? And he told me very honestly, like he said, you know, I have this Casanova image outside.
Exactly.
And you will learn when you will be out, you will hear many bad stories about me. Like he basically told me, he was very open about it. And he actually said that he want to ditch this image, that actually he don't want any angle. And I was there for him. I was like, actually, that would be great to you to show these people that you can play solo and that you don't need any girl. I was the one telling him, like, focus on the game. You know, you can have many girlfriends after the show. Imagine how many girls will be there just so happy to meet you after Bigg Boss. You know, you'll have so big fan following. So why for these 2-3 months not to focus on like making your dream come true? I know that this show is very important for him. I know through all the show this is the number one, this is the one that he really wanted to do, you know, like a cherry on the top. So I was encouraging him to focus on the game. But you know, it's his call what he gonna do. It's still time. But again, he spoke a lot about angles with the girls. I feel like he should stop talking about it, you know?
Exactly.
If you don't want people to see you through these lenses, you need to show them your new image.
True.
That you matured, that you stand on your own ground. The same thing that I said, I don't want to be seen through who I'm spending my time with. And I think he also wished to be this way. But then if the actions are meeting, you know, your vision.
So, Natalia, you can tell me that who is that one contestant who is like पीठ पीछे बुराई करने वाला playing a selfish game somewhere?
Selfish. Selfish is a very harsh word. And it's hard to be selfish in a house. Like, I feel like we can find each of the contestants a bit selfish. And that's okay, you know, because at the end of the day, we are in the game and everybody want to win.
Yeah,
I guess. Like, I didn't win there to win, but you're getting yourself into the game. So you need to be ready for people thinking about themselves first, not about you, you know, and we sometimes forget about it. You know, someone was really selfish.
It could be like he is different or he or she is different in front of that person and talking about him or her behind the back.
Oh, almost everyone did that. Okay. And I was surprised with that. You know, I was like, there are so less people in this house who would go and say something in your face, you know, and they would be talking behind your back. And that's something that it's hard to understand. Like, and it's not only in this house, it's in the industry. It's not even in industry, it's everywhere. When people are pretending to be your friends and they're backstabbing you.
Exactly.
So what we see inside of the Bigg Boss house, it's kind of vision of how people actually act outside of the house, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see from psychological point how people behaved in that bubble. But then you also are thinking, this is something that actually is happening also outside. And again, this is a game. So can we judge people and put fingers on them? Oh, they behave so bad. But we don't know who is playing and who is not playing. What's the tactic? You know, it's like, it's very hard to judge. Like everyone can go out and say like, that was part of the plan, you know? And we don't know if they are like this in the real life. And it's confusing, you know? Especially like when I went out, things that I thought inside were so different from what people seen outside.
Okay.
So I didn't even know after all if that what I thought was real, or it was fake, or who was honest and all. In the group where was Amal, Zishan, Baseer, Farhana, Nihal, in this group there was a lot of backstabbing. And there was a lot of drama. Like, I saw it outside. I didn't saw it inside. Because inside you have that small image. And outside you have the full picture. You know? So I was surprised because I saw how weak this group is. You know? They will literally ditch each other the minute that there is something going differently. And that was quite surprising. And that's when I felt like actually group where is Abhishek and Ashnor and all is more genuine. And I still feel right now that that group is stronger bonded. But at the end of the day, they all might surprise us. Like it might be such a surprise because everything can twist in a minute. You know, you can put that wild card inside and everything like goes like houses from the cards, you know.
So Natalia, if I have to ask you two things, that one person you'll definitely gonna meet after Bigg Boss and one person whom you definitely not gonna see. So what would be the names?
I would say I left having 16 friends and I'm actually happy to see them all and I can't wait to be back there at the final. Like they are fighting right now, but at the end, everybody gonna be friends, you know?
True.
You know, everybody would be like, okay, that happened in the Bigg Boss house. Now we are back to life. It was so cool to play with you, you know? And people who hated each other inside, they might love each other outside. Everything is possible. Of course, I promised Mridul that I'm going to visit him in Noida. And I get so many comments like, Babu, when you're coming to Noida, I'm like, Are soon, you know? So that's gonna happen. I'm actually excited. I've never been there. Who I'm not gonna meet. I'm gonna meet everyone, but I feel like I didn't got connection much with Parana and Nihal simply because they were spending time together and I'm quite allergic to drama. That's why I put myself in this show, you know? And it just stressed me when there is too much drama. I'm fighting it. But the girls are, like, I was afraid to, like,
Talking to them?
step on them.
Okay.
So I will not end up in some drama with them, you know. I'm diplomatic and I didn't want to put myself in this situation, you know. It was enough that I already put myself inside of the house full of drama. But I was just, like, avoiding drama. I'm not a drama queen, you know. I don't know if I'm a Bigg Boss material. I was trying, I was getting there, like I finally stood up for myself at some point and I said, I want you to see me as who I am and I don't care what's your expectations. So that was a great move. I'm implementing it right now. So like I'm thankful for that.
So Natalia, you have spoken this before that you had a little beef with Abhishek. So now it's okay. And what really happened exactly inside the house with Abhishek? And you had that beef thing.
Yeah, we were like friends. We were okay from beginning. He was my obviously gym buddy.
Okay.
And I was going to the gym every day, and he was there every day, you know? So he was the king of the gym. He still is. And we were okay. But then he was not in a good connection with Nihal. They had that beef going on from the beginning.
Yes.
And there was this captaincy task.
Mm-hmm.
And he needed to give up one bet. And the bet that was given up was mine and Nihal.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand he had the beef with Nihal. But if you're okay with me, then I lost bet. I have nowhere to sleep. You're a guy. So maybe you should just come and say, sorry, it was not against you, it was against her, but somehow you were in the situation. Or say like, you know, I will get the couch, you can have my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping he will do that. He didn't. Instead of that, I felt like he's actually laughing from the situation. And it's not easy to have no bed, you know, to sleep. And that moment, Zishan and Baseer came and gave their bed to me and Nihal. So for next days, weeks, they were sleeping outside on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
I felt so bad, like why they would do that, you know?
True.
Why you didn't do that. So that was something that kind of got me angry at the Abhishek. It was temporary. I told him like, right now I'm angry on you. And you know why, you know? And there was this task when we needed to say bad things that we think about someone, you know? It was not an easy task, but I basically told him, you're having muscles, but you need to grow some. And then he fired up at me. But that's what I thought that moment. I was like, as a friend, I didn't do nothing to you. Why you didn't came to me? Same time, Mridul didn't came to me after the situation, even to comfort me. You know, I know he have no bed. He is sleeping also between people, but at least tell me, you know, at least come to me. Instead, he shifted to Abhishek. So I kind of felt betrayed, I would say. And that's also when I grew closer with Baseer and the group, because they helped me out. They were there for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of natural. Like I was sticking to people who actually care about me.
Mm.
So I was questioning why I'm not supporting or why I'm not caring about others. I was caring about others, but others were not caring about me.
Mm-hmm.
And everywhere okay, like everybody were okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a bit unfair in my opinion. Like I felt unfair. I was like, why am I the one who is now questioned and why people are pointing fingers at me? Now I should point fingers. I was like, why you were not there for me? And that was something that I explained it to Abhishek and I explained it to Mridul.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I was pretty sad that people outside didn't see, you know? I was like, so you were one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to give support to everyone, but then nobody is there to support me. Look, I'm out of the house. Nobody stood up for me. Baseer didn't save me. Mridul played the task the way that I was nominated. And still people are like, why you're not supporting them? I'm like, oh, cool. So it means I'm going to support everyone and nobody's going to support me. And I don't want that in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. I've been people pleaser for years. And that gets you nowhere. People will use you to the maximum. And at the end, you will be the one who will be the bad guy and you'll be the one with nothing. And why, you know? So I feel like that was school of Bigg Boss, was like a school of life for me. It opened my eyes to many things. It changed many things in my behavior. And I'm actually very thankful for this, for everything that happened there. You know, it was such a lesson. But when I was leaving the house, there was this task that you needed to put the red color on the face of someone that you don't want to have nothing to do. And they cut in my scene, but I took the color. I went to Abhishek. I said, from all the house, I only had issue with you because of the bed. But I think this one can be solved. And I didn't put the color. I gave him a handshake, because I knew I'm going to leave. I had this feeling. And I wanted to leave having friends. And that was, at the end of the day, it wasn't that big issue, but it was somehow an issue, And also to Mridul, I said no hard feelings, kind of, you didn't supported me, I didn't supported you. We spoke about it, we're good. And I'm keeping fingers crossed. I said please now go to the final, and make it happen. And I'm going to see you when you're out. So I'm very happy that I left the house on a good terms with everyone. I think that's a win, that's a success. To live this kind of the show without any big drama.
Okay. So what was that one feeling with meeting Salman Khan sir? What was that feeling when you saw him?
Yeah.
Met him?
Salman sir is a legend. From seeing him on screen to being with him on the stage, it was kind of surreal. I was called to the show 2 days before the show. I had no time to even think, I had 10 hours to pack to fly from Europe to India and go straight into the Bigg Boss house.
Yeah.
And then Meteorisi Hindi boldi hu and I'm standing there and I'm trying to understand what he's saying, And I didn't even had the time to think that I'm standing with Salman sir on the stage because I was so, into feeling, oh my God, I'm in India. Oh my God, I'm gonna now go inside this house. They're gonna take my phone. Everything need to be taken care of. I need to tell mom, dad, everyone to somehow manage my life outside when I'm inside. I had so many other things in my head that I was not really thinking. I don't even remember much from this moment. I saw it later on the videos, so I recollected. And it was that very short time. I don't know how much time we were on the stage, 5 minutes. So I think I will see more of Salman sir at the final. But there is no Bigg Boss without Salman Khan, in my opinion, And I heard about Bigg Boss before, but I never imagined me being inside, So it kind of even were higher than my expectations about what I would love to achieve. I was like, there's no way, how I would end up there. Out from so many people in India, so many famous stars and celebrities. Why would they pick me? And I somehow end up there with Salman sir and inside of the house. So someone would say, oh, that's just for 3 weeks. I'm like, I was in the Bigg Boss house. Some people would just love to be there for an hour.
True.
So, and I shot before 3 TV shows. And mostly TV show is shot in 1 month.
True.
I never saw such a long TV show, So for me, that 3 weeks, it was basically regular TV show. We're not used to that very long ones. And kudos to people who are gonna stay there till the end. I don't know how you're gonna, how are you doing this, guys? This is very, very hard on the mental health, So, wow.
So if we talk about Aves and even Nagma, she got evicted with you only. So what's your perspective regarding Aves eviction? Because he has a lot of fan following outside, a lot of followers. Even Nagma has a lot of followers, but they got evicted. So what's your perspective on that? Are you literally got shocked when Aves got evicted? Nagma also got evicted with you. What was your reaction that time?
Well, for Nagma, I wasn't surprised because out of me, Nagma, Mridul and Aves have the biggest following. So then, I was 100% sure that if someone is going home, it's me. Basically, after we lost in the game, I sat there alone. Everybody left. And I had tears in my eyes. I was like, so this is it. I have 4 or 5 days and I'm going home. And I was trying to memorize this house. I was like, wow, I made it, it's okay. Like, I need to do best now. Like, I need to have like best time right now, because that's probably my last days. And it was like sweet and sour. On one hand, I was so happy that I made it that far. And on the other hand, this feeling that you know that it's you going home, because with all out of these 4 people, only I had not that big like fan base in India. It was basically too short time to build that big audience in 3 weeks, you know.
True.
And I was even called to the confession room, because I basically said that, so this is the end. And I know that Bigg Boss told me like, why you're so unsure about yourself. I'm like, it's not about being unsure, it's about being realistic, you know. I know when it's about the voting, I stand no chance, you know. And the one thing that was sad, it was that if that would be about nominations inside the house, I put so much effort and I built connections with everyone. They wouldn't vote me out. Not that time. So the task was a different story. People were wondering why Baseer didn't save me. But how Baseer could know that it's gonna be a task? In his head, he thought we're gonna vote. And he knew that his friend Nihal is really in a bad position. And he thought that I'm safe. So, you know, the perspective is so different inside. There's so many different angles. You think you're smart, Bigg Boss is smarter. So when I heard that there is a double eviction, I knew it's Nagma. Simply because of the calculation. But then with Avez, he had bigger following than Pranit, even than Ashnur. But at the same time, it's just the numbers on the social media.
True.
How many of these people actually are following your journey?
Exactly.
And it was a bit later, it was 5 weeks. That's time when actually there is a time to build that audience. And the audience of Bigg Boss is way different than your audience on social media. And to be honest, I was shocked and not shocked. If you would ask me from the perspective of the votes, I would be shocked. But if you'll ask me from the point of view of situation around Avez that happened that time, I felt like, yeah, he might be out. Because too many personal things were inside. And too much drama that was not around the show. And there were 3 strong people, Pranit, Ashnur, and Avez. All have their own audience. So each of them were like possible. And it's gonna be even more and more visible right now. And it's like very close to be at the point where people will be, you will just see strong people. You'll be like, one of the strong people will go, you know? So it's gonna be tougher and tougher. Now we can point at some people that, oh, this person is doing less. But, you know, the people who are doing less are gone and gone and gone. From game point of view, me and Nagma, we were just too nice. And we knew about it. You know, we were just the good guys. And I told myself I would rather be rejected for who I am than stay in this house showing the version of me that is fake just to get attention and just to stay here longer. I questioned myself like, do I want people to see me as an aggressive one, as the drama queen? Do I want that? You know, they say that there is a not bad press. Like, it doesn't matter if people love you or hate you. Well, if it's only about the buzz, yes. But if it's about your reputation, how you want people to see you. So I think I'm actually happy to be out of the show, being who I am, and being remembered as who I am. I would rather like people to say, oh, she was just boring because she was nice. She was not doing any drama.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like it better than people saying, oh, she was doing unnecessary drama. Or she was abusing people. Or she's like, oh. Because at the end of the day, I'm an actress and I'm doing different things and I'm shooting movies. So I don't want to be labeled that way, you know? So I was like, I take it. Okay, I'm not the drama queen, so I'm not the Bigg Boss material, but there is so many different things that I can do, so many different shows, and still I'm back to movies, you know? So it was fun, it was adventure, now to another, you know?
Okay, so Natalia, let's talk about the captaincy task. So which task you loved the most in Bigg Boss house for the captaincy? And one more thing, who is the best captain, who had been the best captain in the Bigg Boss house?
Well, the most entertaining task was the task with the chairs and ribbons. I mean, it was just fun. I was not the fan of the race task because it was quite obvious that boys are very much stronger. And it was like very easy to get injured, and we saw that on Mridul. So I think the task with the ribbons is one that was really funny.
Okay.
And you know, in TV, it was a very short task. But it was like for an hour or even longer when they were like running with these ribbons. They were basically like, you could take the t-shirt and just squeeze the water out of it. So the boys were like, at some point they just sat down and was like, you know, like imagine Baseer and Abhishek just sitting with these ribbons on the floor and like, I can't, then I can't. Let's just sit, you know, let's just sit and wait. And it's funny, you know. Actually, I love them two are amazing, you know. Either if they fight or either if they are doing bartend together. I feel like this is such a powerful duo. I would love to see Baseer and Abhishek together because they have such a great energy. They both are really like into sport. They want to fight, you know. They have both that leader kind of attitude. So this task, them two were great. And about captaincy, I think Baseer did the best job. I think everyone praised him. I don't think there was anyone who would say that it was not good. He really took care of everything. He was trying to solve problems, even when he was thinking that these problems are not really the problems. He was listening to that and he was trying to solve it. So I think that, yeah, this one should be given to him. It was really, really good.
So we are talking about the captaincy. So in the recent few weeks, you know, Farhana is the captain.
Yeah.
So people, the contestants of the house called her with the failed captaincy word they have used. So you have seen Farhana's captaincy, failed captaincy. The contestants called her fake captaincy.
First of all, it's not easy to be a captain. I mean, even I was thinking about it that I would love to have immunity, but I don't know how I would handle all these issues. You know, there's so many issues all the time, and the captain is the one to blame. Basically, it's the easiest to blame the captain, you know. Everything that happens in house, it's captain, you know. And I think she's the first girl to actually have the captaincy for a full week. Because Kunikaji was just for a few days and she already said like, oh no, I'm not
Gave up,
this.
yeah.
She didn't give up. She was there. She took it. And she tried. It's not like she said, I'm not going to do it. So I think it depends from a perspective. But you know, it's hard to expect the same captaincy from a girl that the guy is doing. Especially because of the power, and you know, we girls are more understanding, I would say.
True.
Even Farhana, you know, she is a very strong girl, but even her, she was really understanding. And the boys are, you know, they're like, we want to fight, let's fight, you know. So for guys, it's easier to be a captain. That's my opinion. And many guys are not respecting women. They're just simply they don't listen, you know. So I I saw Farhana basically doing just things for the sake of thing. I think there was this issue that there was a bird that did the poop in the gym, and there was the issue who's gonna clean it. She basically went and cleaned.
Cleaned it.
I would do the same. I'm like, this is, I'm not gonna, discuss that. I would just do that. What's the problem, So I wouldn't say it failed. You can judge if she was better or worse than others, but every captaincy is different. Basically, I think she needed to hold it for 2 weeks. That's a lot of drama, 2 weeks of drama. I think she's relieved after, finishing her captaincy. I think now it's Nehal time.
Yeah, it's Nehal time.
So we will see how another strong woman will carry. And then I think after that, you can compare. Because now we can't really compare. I mean, we're not going to compare to Baseer because that's very different. And we can't compare to Kunika. Actually, if you compare to Kunika, we saw how failed. She didn't give up.
So right now in Bigg Boss, we can say we have 2 groups. One group is of Tanya Amal group and one group is of Kunika ji, Nehal and all. So do you think the group members work partially with other group members?
Well, I think Nehal was, when she came back from the secret room, she was with Kunika, but then she went back to Amal's group. I mean, that's how it looks right now. So you see, it's shifting. These people are not sure about their decisions. There are people who are sticking to them. In my personal opinion, groups in this kind of shows are kind of thin like a paper. It feels like they're strong, but you might get so surprised like how quickly things turn, how quickly people can turn against each other, just give them the right task. And it was proven so many times. And I didn't believe in groups. They say game of numbers. But, there are some numbers in the group and they can save everyone. So it's just in your head that, oh, you're safe because you're in a group. I was not in a group. I openly said, like, I like your action, but I don't like his action, her action. And in the same group, second group, I said, I like you, but I don't like what he did. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to speak with this or that group. So that's why people say, oh, she's double-faced because she's talking with this group and this group. I'm like, if having friends in this group and that group makes me double-faced, I take it. And if you would ask me now, I would be still there talking with people who want to talk with me and being around people that I found genuine and the actions of, that I liked. So if I don't like what you do, then I'm not going to stick with you. So if we align, great. If we don't, I'm just going to stay away. I'm not going to judge you, do your thing. Just I'm not going to be part of it. And I think everything can change. And also thinking it's going to be harder and harder because people are going to leave and this group will be gone. And then everybody will be again solo.
True.
I would be actually happy to have one group because it was about democracy. In democracy, everybody have equal vote. There are more people on some sides, but it's changing all the time. And Bigg Boss is playing in very smartly. So you can feel like you're in power and next month you can be out of power. For now, the more genuine group is the one with Abhishek Ashnur because they stick each other from the beginning. And if you will notice, the other group is traveling. Tanya was flipping from one group to another. Nehal was flipping from one group to another. So, and on the other group, nobody was going to the other side. Did you notice?
Yes.
So which group is stronger? The group that people are going to. They're leaving, but they're coming. But it's not working the other way around.
So as you have mentioned that, Nehal came out of the secret room. So she started pointing Tanya a lot when she came out at the secret room. So what's your perspective for that? Like she is always saying that about her struggles and about wearing sari and
everybody have their different way of playing the game. Nihal is also a smart girl, so she will not target stronger people than her.
Hmm.
You know, and there was a moment when I think Salman sir asked, so who is a easy target? And some people in the show are just targeting easy targets. So they basically will do fights only with people that they feel that they can handle.
Mm-hmm.
Like why she didn't came back and target Amal. She said so many things being in a room, right? She were looking like she's about to expose his actions against his friends. Why she didn't do that? People saying, oh, she's playing smart. Or she knows that she's not gonna win with him. So Tanya, yes, there are some ways that people can say like this is not good. But each of them in the house is doing something that is not good. You know, that's the game. And there are people hurting more and less. I feel like Tanya is just not hurting anyone. You know, she's not harmful, I would say. She's just in her world. It's her own world. You can listen to her or you can leave. But she's not really hurting anyone, you know? She's playing her game. So I don't feel like she deserved that much hate. Obviously, she's doing some things that can be pointed out. But is she really doing that bad things? And other people are so crystal clear.
So if we talk about Neelam's and Tanya's friendship, so people are saying that, you know, Tanya always speaks and Neelam always listens, and Tanya is overshadowing the Neelam's game. So do you think is it happening?
Oh yeah, I said that. I told Neelam in the first week, you need to take care of yourself. Stop focusing on others. Because you will be seen as a weak. Actually, she was seen as a follower. There was this task when they asked us to point out the followers, and she was pointed out as a follower. And I told her, listen, you need to become yourself, not the shadow of Tanya, not the shadow of Kunika, not the shadow of anyone. You actually don't need them. And I know Neelam was through many things in her life. She had the struggles, but she's not talking about it. She's not using this card. I said that like everybody had a story. I can tell you right now the worst stories from my life. But I'm not gonna play on emotions. And she's not doing that. And I actually like her for that. You know? People will say, oh, she's just doing chai, she's doing food. If she won't be cooking, you will be starving. You know? And these people know that. If she will be gone, one more person who is cooking is gone. And then they will see how much value she was giving. So you can say, oh, she's just serving everyone. I was serving everyone, but not of being weak. I was just nice. I was like, anyone want coffee, tea? Because I'm doing for myself, so I can do for you. If you take my kindness as my weakness, that's your loss. And I think Neelam is really nice girl. She's a bit lost in this game. She is also trying, but she's not this type of person, you know? And wherever she's trying to fight too much or argue, it looks more like chai banao sabko pina, you know? People will make fun of it rather than seeing her as a fighter.
Exactly.
Because that's not who she is, you know? And she's feeling safe with Tanya, you know? She found her person. But obviously, I feel like she's overshadowing her. But she's agreeing to that.
Exactly.
And I told her, and not only me, other people too. But if she liked this way, then what you can do, you know?
So, Natalia, let's talk about some predictions. So, let's predict something. So, tell me that in the next few weekend of war,
Today is now.
Yeah, tomorrow we have a weekend of war. So just let me know that what's your prediction about the 3 evicted persons who's gonna 3 years, any 3 you can.
Like who's
after Aves, Nagma and you, who's gonna evicted first?
Now from nominated people, like as of now, there is a Baseer, Ashnur, Pranit, Zishan, Nilaylam, someone else? Am I missing someone? 5 people. It should be 6 people.
Abhishek is also,
Or just 5. Okay, I don't remember as well.
predict, or you can just predict anything.
If you would ask me from the point of view of the gameplay, they're equally playing. Maybe Nilam is playing less, like people are pointing out is. But from the point of view of game and outside following,
Yes.
and something that I noticed like on the social media, on which side people are more, I would say that Nilam and Zishan sir are the people that I see that people would rather take out from the house, from this group.
Okay.
Then that would be Pranit and Ashnur. There's Mridul and Baseer. So Mridul and Baseer have very strong following. And I see there's an army of people behind them. I feel like they both will go far.
But as Aves was having a big army, but Aves got evicted. And Mridul, as people are saying, and Salman Khan sir mentioned a lot of time that Mridul is not seen in the game much. He's not playing much. Could be possible.
Yeah.
So do you think that army is not gonna work there?
I mean, he have a very solid people. Trust me, these people will go after him no matter what. And they even said, like, he cried there. It's like, no, we're supporting you. We are with him. Aves had 50-50 situation because there were many people who were turning against him because of situation happening.
True.
For Mridul, these people are like, that's what I kind of felt on my own skin, that they will be questioning why you didn't support him. It doesn't matter he didn't support you, but you should support him. So they're very strong. I mean, I'm like, kudos to them, like I wish I had such a great fans and such a great following that Mridul is having. So if it's gonna be about people voting, I feel like Baseer and Mridul are having, their fans are having their back right now. Right now it's still on. And I feel like there are people who have less. For example, Nilam also have many friends. She's from Bihar, right? So there is like a quite bunch of people who support her. But at the same time, people are saying she's not for the game. So she's missing up on that Bigg Boss audience, who is also voting. And Zishan sir is less visible, basically, and less involved than the rest of them, plus people who are supporting him.
Okay.
So if that would be double eviction today, I would say it's Nilam and Zishan. But I think that we can be so surprised. I mean, like, everything can happen. I mean, just imagine if they would take out Baseer right now. People will be shocked. Like, what's going on? Like, what did we miss? And that's what makes this game exciting. Some people are feeling very confident, but as we saw, it's not about how many followers you have at the end of the day. It's important, but that's not the entire thing.
So as per your perspective, who will be the top 5?
Right now, something is telling me, I don't know why, Gaurav. I feel like he have this, like, all the winner attitude. Looks, he's smart, intelligent. He's maybe not fighting that much, but he can fight without arguing and shouting. He's there, 1 foot forward. So there is still space to go all in and kind of shock people that yes, finally he's on fire. There is this space. Abhishek and Baseer, both from the beginning are fighting, both are trying, they're giving a lot. So from point of view of the game, these two against each other in the final looks great. But from the point of view of supporters, we can also see there Mridul. If his fans will be there all the time, he really have a lot of people behind his back. All Noida is voting, From girls, Ashnur have a good following. She's next to Abhishek. She's visible. She's a strong contender. even Kunikaji is strong. But if people will help their go to the final. We also have Niha and Farhana. But to be honest, I feel like I would see now more guys in the final than girls. You know? Gaurav, Baseer, Abhishek.
Tanya?
You know, Tanya is giving. Hate her or love her, but people want to see more. People are wondering, what's she gonna talk about?
You know, every weekend ka war, Tanya is in
Amal,
no. Amal, yes.
you know, and so already 4 strong people we have: Amal, Baseer, Bishek, Gaurav. I would add here Tanya or Ashnur.
Could be there.
That would be somewhere that I would say like at this point of view. But it's still like 7, 8 weeks, 2 months. So it's a lot of time. We are like somewhere in the middle. Imagine it's just halfway. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So how many people will be able to keep that energy going? I said that at the beginning. People who are now fighting from the first week, how they gonna still give more and more later? That's why I'm talking about Gaurav, because he's not giving from the beginning. He's going slowly but steadily. So some people will be just tired, you know, and some people will use this moment to finally fire. So everything can happen. That's what I feel.
So recently, you know, there is one wild card has entered, Malti. So what's your perspective about Malti?
She's not there for long, but I feel like already she was seen a lot in situations and dramas. I feel like first day when she entered, people loved it because she pointed fingers, like for example at Tanya.
Yeah.
And she kind of told her, like, listen, people outside, they are checking everything you're saying, if it's true or not. And it doesn't really look that good. But then she became a bit more aggressive. I think she had some beef with Farhana, even with Mridul. Yeah, with the last person doing drama. And first people were shipping, oh, maybe she's gonna be his new girlfriend. Like, how quickly that changed, you know? She's for sure very strong personality. And she's not there to play it nice. Yeah. That's how I feel. Like, she's ready to pick up the fight with everyone. That's how I feel. If people will love it or hate it, she have not an easy task. I've been in a position when I was entering the show after it started as a surprise. People already are having groups. They're having friends. You need to do double work for them to like you and to support you. Because the people who were there before, they're the priority. So it's also not an easy task, you know, to get in half of the game. That might be interesting with the energy she's bringing. I mean, it's something new. And quite surprisingly, she's staying with the group that was backstabbing each other a lot. That's interesting, you know? But it means she's not playing it, I would say, safe. So I'm gonna watch it. But already she gave a lot of content, and she's been there just a few days. So she's playing. She's there, you know.
So how life has been changed for you after Bigg Boss?
Well, when I left Bigg Boss house for 2 days, I was sleeping. I basically needed to sleep it out and kind of find my own place in the space, you know. I was like, they gave me a phone and I didn't know what to do with the phone. I was like, what to start with, you know. My phone was on fire. People were taking care of my phone. Now I'm like, should I check my Instagram or Twitter, or should I call my parents, or should I check the messages, or what should I do? Should I Google myself, you know, what people are saying about me? So I was so exhausted, like, from everything that was going on that fast, that I was so tired. Like, I didn't know what to do. First thing I did was I ordered fast food and I slept a lot. And then I slowly started to get back to life, like right after you have many interviews. So basically, you have all that people jumping on you, like 100 interviews in a day.
Oh my God.
And you kind of need to speak again and again and again the same. And you just left from the house. You're not even, you had no time to catch the breath and you're already there. So I feel like from the moment I left the house, I'm on a roller coaster and it's just not stopping. It's faster and faster. I'm here with you now. Then I'm going for like my fashion week to Delhi. Then I'm flying to Europe. Then I have a film festival in Egypt. Then I'm coming back here for Masti for premiere. Then I'm shooting another movie. It's like, I don't have time to breathe and I love it. One big change is that I can't go out in public like I used to incognito. I like to go to shop to do my own grocery.
Mm-hmm.
I never minded to go by car, like by Uber or something. And then now I become like so visible. People recognize me everywhere and it's actually a bit tough to do shopping because you have so many people. I love it. I'm so thankful. Actually, I'm overwhelmed with love I'm getting from people. I didn't expect that many people to like me.
Mm-hmm.
I was there just for 3 weeks and you know me? I mean, this is so sweet, but also life-changing because I don't feel that comfortable going outside. I know people are watching me, so that's a change. Work-wise, I was always busy. And still there are so many people thinking that I'm inside of the house, because people were following at the beginning. And in their head, we all are in the house, So I think I will see how it's going to go when the show will end, when finally people will see that we're out. But I also believe if you're going to the Bigg Boss, so you get famous and you get a lot of work, it's not just that. So many people were in the Bigg Boss house, but not all of them made huge careers. It's a lot of work that you need to do after all, And there are so many TV shows, there are so many people. It's never ending, It's a constant race. So you need to get higher and higher and higher. It's not like you will sit there and wait like, no, give me everything, It's like you're going out, people know you now more. You have that fan base, you have recognition, but still you need to do your job. And I don't feel like I'm now bigger or better. I actually feel like people are expecting more from me right now, and I need to level up. And that's what I'm doing. Like, I don't want to, like all these people who are giving me love and who are supporting me, I don't want to disappoint them right now. Mm-hmm. I want to bring them more. I want to give them best. Like, I can't wait for people to see me in Masti for Deshmukh. The scene is amazing. I love it. I was just dubbing it. And I honestly think it's the best scene in this movie. I just love it. I'm shooting item song very soon, and I'm really trying to put as much work as I can, even because having that tight schedule is not very easy. But I'm like, I want to show people why I'm here. Like, they gave me a chance. They are supporting me right now. So I need to do double work. Like, Bigg Boss ended. It's end of the adventure. But one thing is ending and another is starting. And again, there's going to be another Bigg Boss and another show. New people are coming. It's if you believe that people will remember about you in few months, well, some of them, but another coming. So you need to work, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm I'm so thankful to Colors TV, Jio Hotstar, Salman sir for having me in the Bigg Boss. Like that, those people believed in me. Like if they believed in me, now it's time for me to believe in myself, and that's something that I've learned in the Bigg Boss. Also, that finally be the captain of the ship. I love the movie The Holiday with Kate Winslet with Cameron Diaz. And there is this scene where Kate Winslet is talking with a screenwriter. And he's saying like, you look like leading lady, but you act like you're supporting role in your own life. Mm-hmm. So it's finally time to be a leading lady in your own damn life. And that's something that, again, I saw in Bigg Boss. So from our perspective, we just see it as another TV show. And many of people inside, they also say, job, I want to win, I just want to have a trophy, that's it. But also there's so many lessons that you can get from this house and so many things you can learn about yourself. Every show, every movie, I'm learning something, but really Bigg Boss were a show that helped me put myself in the center, you know, and I'm very thankful for that. It gives me a lot of power right now to move forward.
Okay, Natalia, so there's one thing everyone asks always, that is Bigg Boss is scripted somewhere?
No, even I asked. When I was approached, I was like, is it scripted? Are we getting any, script for that? Like in the movies? And I said like, no. And that's true. You're entering and you have no idea what's there. I was not aware there is no clocks. You have no idea what time is it. You need to kind of trust them that they wake you up in the morning, not in the middle of the night, But you're not sure. You can just look in the garden outside and see if it's sunny or if it's night. But at some point, you're just getting into the rhythm. So it's not scripted. But what people see outside, it's very different from we think inside that people see. I was very surprised to find out that people see me outside way differently than I saw myself inside of the house. And that's how it's put together, because it's 24 hours put in 1 hour. So it's glimpses. You don't really see everything. You can watch live, but also live is not exact, because cameras are showing for a moment this person, for a moment this person. You don't have access to everything and all the cameras at the same time. So how they gonna show it, it's up to the production. Who's gonna be seen? Who's gonna be seen less? What's gonna be highlighted? What's gonna be not shown? The thing that I said, like, I was surprised that people are surprised that I was friends with Baseer, because we generally were talking a lot since our garden duty, since first week. And people were shocked because it was not visible. But I guess it was also boring. We were just talking, It was nothing fun, nothing interesting. With Mridul, I spent less time, but it was entertaining for camera. So people saw it more. So it's not scripted, but how it's shown, it's up to the production. Like, I felt that I was doing 200 in this house. And people were saying, oh, she's doing nothing. I'm like, really? I was there. Wherever was something going on, I was there. It was just not shown.
So, you have spent a week with Shehbaz. He entered as a wild card, and you have spent a week.
He entered after first week, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Okay, you have spent 2 weeks with Shehbaz. So what's your perspective about Shehbaz?
When I was inside, from the beginning, was a fun factor. He was joking around and he was basically having that comedy kind of vibe. Even when we started talking, he was like, oh, I don't speak really English. And I was like, okay, let's speak French. And we really had that fun moment that was really highlighted.
Yeah.
When we were talking in different language. Even actually Kumar later asked about the French. So it was fun. We found our way. There's always a way. People are saying, oh, language barrier. But there are so many different things you can do. Like with Mridul, we couldn't understand each other well. But we found other way. We were having fun. We were dancing salsa or doing things. Same with Shehbaz. And I think he's still this kind of person. But I saw online that people are also feeling like he's sometimes irritating. So this is that thin line, because comedy, but what's next? So the question is, if he's just gonna do comedy all the time, and if this comedy is funny, or is it abusive? Because we have different kind of comedies. So it's like he is on a very thin ice being in this part comedy. Same like Pranit, who like to roast people, So in a comedy and an roast, there's very thin line between having it funny and abusive.
Mm-hmm.
And in this house, it's very easily to be feeling like you're abused. And people are actually waiting for that small thing that only can trigger them.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone, but some. So let's see if he's able to handle it nicely or if it's gonna crash.
Mm-hmm. You know, Ashnur, there's one miscommunication happened, that sursuri thing, if you know, that Konika ji said usme sursuri lag jati hai, Abhishek and Ashnur thing happened. So, you know, Ashnur asked Bigg Boss about to show that clip. So she was literally blamed that why are you just, saying to Bigg Boss, just show me the clip. You are putting authority on Bigg Boss. So do you think if we want to know wrong or right, so we can ask Bigg Boss about that to show us the footage and all?
Actually, I was in a situation where I basically said that I would love to see the scene.
Mm-hmm.
I was speaking with Nihal and I was really sure that we had conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and she was telling me that never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I'm stupid. I was like, did I made it up?
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like I was speaking with her about it. And she's telling me in my face that it didn't happen. And she's giving me that, space that there's a doubt, And I'm questioning myself, am I insane? Maybe it was a dream, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the moment I was saying, I wish I can see this. That would be solving many problems.
Mm-hmm.
And Bigg Boss is doing it sometimes, that he's showing, look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was when Ashnur said that she supported Abhishek to become a captain, that she helped him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Salman Khan showed the video and he's saying like, you didn't,
Mm-hmm.
you just lost.
Mm-hmm.
So stop playing this card.
Mm-hmm.
So it's happening. But obviously if that would happen that easily, everything would be solved very easily. But this game is not about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually giving you a lot of doubts. The game is about being in situations that you are not sure about
Mm-hmm.
and manage it, and manage it the way that people will like you and people would like to see you win.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an easy show and it's not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And also people were like saying, do you think it was fair? And I'm like, when I signed the contract, I put myself in a situation where I'm into the game and Bigg Boss is saying the rules. And I don't know what's the rules. I know basic, but whatever happens there, he decides. So I can say why I was nominated just with 3 other people and it was double eviction. I don't find it fair. There was like, in other week there were 8 people and nobody was evicted.
Mm-hmm.
So you can raise your voice that you don't find it fair.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you sign it for it. So now you don't have nothing to say. You're in the Bigg Boss house and you're playing by Bigg Boss house rules. And as soon as you try to outplay Bigg Boss, you're losing. Situation with Amal when he was telling everyone, now I will make Konika Ji lose this game, so she's nominated. I don't care, I can be hero and I will be nominated too. And that Bigg Boss is like calling him like, you're not doing that. You can do that. If you want to do something in a Bigg Boss house, you basically need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it. Because as soon as you're saying, they know your plan and they're gonna outsmart you. So whoever is trying to make Bigg Boss do things for you, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you will succeed, but at the end of the day, it's not your call. You're not deciding.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically like, like you put the doll in the dollhouse, like you play with the dolls and, oh, now you will go to sleep. And now you will eat. And now you will fight. And that's how it is in Bigg Boss house.
Mm-hmm. So now we had a lot of conversation about Bigg Boss, and now we are going to do a quick rapid fire round in which I'll use a term and you have to tell me which contestant belongs to
Okay.
that term. Okay.
I'll try.
Okay, so it would be a one-word quiz. So first is Dogla, we could say double-faced.
Bad words.
Double-faced, yes.
I was even called double face at some point. And I would say right now that could be Amal.
Amal is
Because I saw him being close with Baseer and then talking bad about Baseer and he's back. So that showed me something. So are you friend or your enemy? Same happened with Nihal at some point. First she was fighting, then she was your friend. But same happened with Farhana. Isn't it like everybody are kind of?
everybody's double-faced. Could be.
It feels like. And many people were called out. Even Sweet Ashnur was called out for like, you're saying that you're helping, but are you helping? Or are you just losing the game so you're saying you're helping? Bigg Boss will show you that you have double face. You might feel like you're good. Even I felt like, I'm between, I'm good. And I was called out like, why you're not choosing? You're double-faced, you know? So I feel like we can call everyone.
Okay. So next is footage king or queen.
Oh, Tanya.
Tanya.
Tanya is a queen of footage. Like everyone, trust me, everyone that I'm speaking with is asking about Tanya.
True. Okay, playing victim card.
Well, I think now it's done after bashing by Farah. I feel like people stopped using it. I don't know if it's happening right now. Nihal used this card before and Farhana used this card before.
Next is mastermind of the game.
Well, I'm calling Gaurav. Some people will say that he's not playing. I would say he is playing smart. He's there, but not too much. They call him out. He have the light, but still there is a space. You know, he didn't start from a high A. He is going slow in his piece, but there is a space for him to surprise us. So I would say, and he is never 100% sure. He's like somewhere between, you know, and I like it. He's playing. Like that's one of the people in the house that I'm not sure what's the next move. You know, if he will not change his mind and now go on another side.
Okay, next is egoistic.
Egoistic. It's also, again, depends what we are talking about. For example, when it was about the food, egoistic was called Abhishek, who basically wanted to eat more. And can we blame him? He's a big guy, he's doing gym, he's hungry. He's eating more than I do.
Exactly.
So you can call it egoistic. You can call it egoistic that somebody will in the game think about themselves. But isn't it about this? Everybody at some point are a bit egoistic in this show.
Okay, last is soft-hearted.
Soft-hearted. I feel like it was Nagma. I feel like it's Mridul. I feel like it's Nilam.
Yes.
That's the people that I would say for sure. That's, I feel like they don't play it. Even I feel like I was soft-hearted. Like I said, like, I can do this. Like, you know, I like you all. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry, but I like you all.
So one last thing is I want to ask you, Natalia, is like, are you right now seeing someone, or if you want to see someone, so what kind of qualities you see in a man?
Okay. Right now, I don't have time to sleep. So I don't know where I would fit relationship. Like, I feel like I'm married to my work. And this is not the ideal moment for me to start something because I'm so busy. And on the other hand, you never know, you know. People say that things that you feel like will never happen right now will actually happen. So like I'm not saying no, but right now I'm not thinking about it. About the qualities. Well, for sure in this world we're living in now, I would love to see someone who would be only into me. You know, someone that I can be sure of. That I'm the one, you know? I'm just tired of games and playing. I have enough on the movie set. I have enough in a TV show. If I'm about to be with someone, I want someone who feels safe, who feels like home, someone that I can be myself with, someone who actually likes me for who I am, not for who I am outside, but for who I actually am when I'm coming back home and I'm tired. Someone who would actually like me for who I am. Understanding, because my world is not easy. Someone who will be my best friend and a supporter. And I think it works in both ways. And the hardest thing is that we live in a world where this kind of qualities are now hard to find, where one night stand is easier than finding love, where it's really hard to find out what's real, what's fake, because we are like fed by social media full of everything that is perfect. So we feel like we are not perfect. Like, I also feel like to love someone, you need to first love yourself. And I had a really big problem with that because I was always told in my work, in pageants, that I'm not good enough. It's great in my work because I feel like I need to be better and work more. But when it comes to you yourself, if you don't feel good enough, other people will not also see you as good enough, Also, if you're a girl and you kind of look, boys are assuming that you have so many options. And I feel like it's actually the other way around. Boys are not approaching you because it feels like you're out of the league. And I know so many smart, intelligent, beautiful girls who are alone. Simply because people like boys would rather go for something that feels easy. It's something that they don't want to be rejected. And you look like rejection for them. And that's sad because then these girls are really very often ending with people who don't appreciate them. And many people actually ask me why you're alone for so long. It's not that I don't want to be with someone. But the question is, do I want to be with someone because I really want to be with someone? Or do I just need someone? That would be selfish, or do I want to be with someone for my ego, just because it's good to be with someone? I would rather be alone than be just with anyone so I'm not alone. And so many people are in relationships that are unhappy simply because they don't want to be alone. I love to be alone. I embrace it. I'm good with myself. I feel like you can do wherever, you can travel the world, you can do your things. If I will find someone who will fit in and would love to do things with me, but still we can have freedom of being who we are, I would be so in. But till then, I'm gonna do my thing. And maybe there is someone, who is like me. Maybe not. Either way, it's good, as long as you have your own relationship with yourself. That's the most important one, because we are born alone and we will die alone.
So, Natalia, one last thing you want to say about Rishi-Ka Podcast as you're here as our guest?
First of all, I feel like this was one of the most major conversations I had so far here in India. We spoke a lot about Bigg Boss, but from different perspective, not judgeful, but rather trying to understand people's ways. And I love that. So I felt like we were on a kind of a therapy, I was at the Rishi therapy, not a podcast, it was feeling like I just can finally talk it out. And I'm really hoping people will feel that our conversation was genuine,
Yes,
and real.
okay. So Natalia, right now I have seen on your Instagram you are coming up with Masti 4 and I guess many more projects are on the way. So can you please tell us what kind of projects you are working on right now?
Sure. I'm happy actually that I'm staying in India and that my travel, I would say, my journey is not ending with Bigg Boss. Masti 4 is coming on 21st of November. I have one more movie coming with Ibrahim Ali Khan.
Wow.
I can't say much, but the movie is already shot and hopefully it's coming at the beginning of a new year. So I will be able to say more. In 2 weeks, I'm starting to shoot a new movie, Gunkat. And I also have the really nice item song. So I'm just getting ready for that. Meantime, I'm flying for Algona Film Festival. I'm discussing new projects and also I'm not saying no to TV. There are some shows that I feel like I would be more suitable. Like, I don't know, Katrok de Kilari because I love extreme sports. Like I snowboard, I kitesurf, wakeboard, dive. So I love adrenaline and I'm wondering if they are able to give me something that I won't be able to handle. Like I would love to see that. So far, I never say no to anything that was with adrenaline and sporty. Or something with dancing. I was in Dancing with the Stars in Europe. So there was this Jelek de Klaja. Something like this. That's also for me. Everything with singing, dancing, acting. It's like my playground. So let's see what's going to happen. And Bigg Boss, it's not ending. So I'm going to see everyone in December.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be
in the rally.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see you in a Bollywood. I can see you as a big star in Bollywood.
Thank you so much.
You get that whatever you want in life and really happy to meet you at Rishi-Ka Podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
सो वेल एवरीवन, ये थे हमारे साथ नतालिया जिन्होंने काफ़ी कुछ बताया हमें बिग बॉस के घर के बारे में और काफ़ी कुछ बताया अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में. सो एवरीवन, आई होप आपको ये पॉडकास्ट पसंद आया हो. आपको ये पॉडकास्ट पसंद आया हो तो लाइक कीजिए, कमेंट कीजिए और हमारे चैनल ऋषिका पॉडकास्ट को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. इसी के साथ बने रहिए हमारे साथ क्योंकि आ रहा है ऋषिका का पॉडकास्ट.